The EU has been dealt a major blow after a shock poll revealed growing support for leaving the Brussels bloc among its Big Four. The Union is under pressure after results revealed member states would consider exiting the bloc if Brexit proved to be a success. Nearly half of Italians quizzed said they would consider leaving the EU if the UK and its economy were in a good state in 5 years after its exit. 45% of Italian citizens said they agreed or strongly agreed with Italexit. When they were asked, "I will be more likely to support my country leaving the EU if the UK and its economy are in a good state in 5 years, agree or disagree?" Meanwhile, the Redfield and Wilton Strategies poll, commissioned by Euronews, found 38% of French people would consider unshackling itself from the bloc in the event of a successful Brexit. While Spain saw 37% of its citizens in favour of leaving. Germany, the EU's largest economy, was the least likely to support leaving the bloc, with just 30% of respondents supporting a departure. Britain voted to leave the EU by 52% to 48% in the 2016 referendum, and the UK will finally be free from the bloc at the end of the year. The poll found France was most in support of Brexit, with 45% saying they believed Britain would benefit from Brexit in the long term, even if it suffered in the short term. In Italy, 43% said the UK's departure from the EU would be a success, while 35% of Spanish citizens believed Britain's would prosper. But in Germany, only 31% said they agreed to some extent that the UK will benefit from leaving the EU in the long term, compared to 43% who disagreed. It was also bad news for the EU's relationship with Italy when the Big Four were asked, to what extent has being a member of the European Union had a positive or negative effect on your country? Just 32% of Italians said being a member of the EU had a positive or very positive impact on Italy, with 34% saying it had a somewhat or very negative impact. But it was better news for the bloc when 57% of Spanish respondents said they believed being a member of the EU had a positive effect on the country, compared to just 15% who believed it was negative. This was also echoed by 47% of Germans and 39% of French citizens who backed being a member of the bloc for its positive impacts, compared to 19% and 24% respectively who believed it had a negative impact.